Arsenal.
Oh, do we have to?
Do you want to talk about crazy golf? Talking of crazy football.
Yeah.
Were you surprised by not necessarily the scoreline? Because I think we all thought
it was the manner, wasn't it?
That's what I was going to ask.
You know, as soon as Xhaka gets sent off, again, the concentration. That's one thing you've got to do against the top side. You've got to be concentrated. You've got to be focused. You know exactly what's going to happen. You know, they're going to have lots of possession. We'll probably realise they're going to have control of the ball quite often. But it's just about getting in the right areas. And obviously the first goal was very disappointing. Leno, whether he should have come out, maybe punched it. He was half and half, wasn't he? He sort of went back on his line. And again, Callum Chambers didn't know where his man was. And suddenly you're up against it. And 2 sloppy goals, really, first 2. And then Xhaka obviously getting sending off. In my era, that would have been a good tackle. You get away with that. But in this era, you don't. And he should know a little bit better than going in like he did. And it was a needless tackle to go into anyway. You just got to stand there and hold him up. Suddenly, you're really on the back foot. 2-0 down with 10 men. You know, I said it could be 7. If they really want to go for it, Manchester City, they probably could have got 7.
But it's not just the manner in which you're getting beat. It's things like Xhaka red card you mentioned. Williams' deal is cancelled. That Maitland-Niles wants to leave.
Well, that
the
doesn't
club.
help. No,
The whole club at the moment is in real turmoil, isn't
Absolutely. And they've got to turn it around very quickly. Whether this international break has come at the right time, we don't know. I mean, Norwich is the next game. Bottom v second from bottom.
Yeah, 6 points already.
It's a huge game for Arsenal's point of view because if Norwich can get their opening goal, can you imagine the fans? They're going to start turning on. I'm sure they are now. That's one thing about the fans against Man City. They were superb. They kept
clapping
singing.
the City goals.
Yeah, but they kept really getting behind the team, which was the most important thing. But if they do go down, I don't think no one expected any. I didn't expect them to get a result with Manchester City. I would have had them on 4 points now. I think that would have been a good return after 3 games. Maybe a point against Man City or Chelsea, because we know Chelsea are going to be very strong this year as well. Brentford was a disappointing game. Really, really disappointing. That is the game where I thought they got bullied out of the game. And you can't do that. You can't go to somewhere like who's just been promoted, first time in the Premier League, and expect to just turn up and win the game. And Brentford wanted it more than Arsenal, which is really sad to see.
Let me ask you, right, because lots of people want Arteta out the club, right? You mentioned Norwich coming up, Burnley. They're not the games that will keep him in a job if he wins it, right? Do you think there's any Arsenal fans out there now that, bearing in mind what's happening to the club on the pitch and off it, that would be happy to get rid of Arteta and get Wenger in until they sort the mess out? I'm not saying Wenger for the rest of the season.
Would Wenger want the job? I don't know.
But would anyone want Wenger in to steady the ship?
I'm sure there'd be people who want Wenger in because when he left, it was horrible to see him leave. What he done for that club is amazing. Whether he wanted to come back into Arsenal be the question. Maybe he says, "Look, no, I'm done with managing or whatever it is." But I got so much time for Wenger because he certainly improved my game and it was like a father figure for people like Henry, Vieira. And they died for that club, seriously. I mean, they understood what it meant to put an Arsenal shirt on. And I was lucky because I've come through the ranks and I know what it was like. And then I had people like Tony Adams, in that era, Paul Merson and late Dave Rocastle, Michael Thomas. And it was ingrained in you to say, right, once you put that shirt on, we're gonna go through a brick wall for you. And I think the foreign guys, They learned it off the British guys probably. So Patrick Vieira when he first came in, Jules Gamondi and Remy Gard, and they learned to say, this is how important it is. But I don't see that now. I think it's too easy to lose games now. And they don't, right, when's the next game? Oh, it's got to hurt you when you lose.
Do you think there are Arsenal fans that would be happy to lose against Norwich?
And do you know what Wenger done really well as a manager was everybody goes away and watches the goals, what's gone wrong, why have we lost today? And it ain't rocket science. You know when someone ain't done their job. And that's what it's all about, 11 players doing your jobs. If you do your job, then you've got a chance. Yeah. Wenger used to know exactly what went wrong, and then he'll have a meeting. He wouldn't just jump on, have a go at you after the game, because he wants to go and see it back. Because I might have been tracking someone else's man, and my man's got in, and it might not be my fault.
Yeah, of course.
So what he used to do, everybody's watched the goals and seen what's happened, and then we used to have a meeting on Monday. And let's say it's me. Ray, what are you doing for that first goal? And I've watched it. I've gone, well, Patrick Vieira's not tracking his man. I've had to track his man, and my man's got in, and he scored a goal. And then there'd be a big argument, proper argument. You ain't doing your job. And But everybody shake hands at the end of it. But we knew exactly whose fault it was, and that's what he done so well, Wenger. You stood back then and let the players sort it out between them.
Okay, well, listen, it may be a bank holiday Monday, but of course, I'm sure lots of Arsenal fans want to have their say on national radio. I've got 2 questions that I'll throw out there, but you can talk about whatever you want. I'm curious. I know he won't come back, Arsene Wenger. I know he won't come back. I know that. I'm just curious. Are there any Arsenal fans that would want him to come back just for maybe a month or 2 to steady the ship? And also, Arsenal fans, do you want your club to lose against Norwich if it means Arteta goes? Listen, I've asked that question with many a club, many a manager, and it's 50-50 split. It wouldn't surprise me.
I can't see my club losing. I don't want them to lose. No.
If it meant Arteta going, there are Arsenal fans out there, Ray, that would take that.
I think it's so important that you get that first win on the
Do you think
board.
those fans exist?
No, there'd be certain fans who certainly agree with you, by saying, they want them to lose. But I just can't see. I would never be in that camp to say I want my club to lose.
Okay. 08717223344 Arsenal fans. Listen, we do this for 10-15 minutes and we move on. We've got a real busy show. So if you've got something to say, pick up the phone now and get involved. 08717223344. It's Ray Parlour and me, Andy Goldstein, on Drive on talkSPORT with WeBuyAnyCar.com. Hundreds of local branches, usually no more than 15 minutes away, leaving more time to enjoy the football.